I rise today to speak of Laura Ann Carleton, a constituent of mine tragically and violently taken before her time. Laura Carleton was a force. She was a dedicated community activist, a fierce champion of the two cities she called home, Studio City in my district and Lake Arrowhead, where she had a vacation cabin. She was also a small business owner. Magpie was Laura's baby. She'd left behind her life as an executive at Kenneth Cole to open her own eclectic clothing store that she and her family would regularly close and convert into a relief center where they gave out free supplies to victims of storms and wildfires. The rainbow flag that hung in her store window meant a lot to Laura and the local LGBTQ+ community. Her store was for many a bastion of safety until it wasn't. One hateful bigot with a gun ended Laura's life. After stripping the pride flag, a flag very much like the one that adorns many of our desks here, that gunman left her two communities, her husband, and her 9 children reeling. There should be no world in which supporting the LGBTQ community should cost you your life. And yet we lost Laura. Members, we live in a world right now where people displaying this flag or voicing support for marginalized communities, voicing support for the many, many LGBTQ+ members of our community are regularly demonized, regularly called groomers and predators. Using that language has a cost. Telling people that those who fly this flag, that teachers who want their students to understand other people's experiences, other people's stories, our history, to learn about civil rights, and most importantly, to see the experiences and the identities that people are free to express, the genders, the sexual orientations that they possessed, that seeing that in libraries, in media, that is somehow wrong. Telling people that it's okay to openly be intolerant and hateful without any pushback, to see that hatred normalized to the point where people believe that children are being preyed on in schools by teachers who are gay or transgender, that leads some people to violence. It excuses for some people the action of taking a gun and doing something horrific. And that is what happened in this case. Laura lived her life full of love. Love for her family, love for her community, love for victims of storms and victims of wildfires, people that she had never met before. And she expressed her love for the LGBTQ+ community and refused to stand down to bigots, and that cost her her life. We are all diminished and less for having lost Laura. May her memory be a blessing and a guiding light for us all, and may we all recommit to tolerance and inclusion and love. Thank you, members.